terrible for QMac because I know he hates when there's too much noise around. Keycloak, yeah, but okay, let's get started. Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending this session. We will talk about Keycloak today. I have only 2 slides because we are at JavaOne here, not Oracle World. So we want to get our hands dirty. So just 2 slides and then we will do live coding only. Okay, so fasten your belts because you're going to see amazing stuff. So before I start, let me just introduce myself. I'm Sebastien Blanc. I'm half French, half Dutch. The French part, you will probably notice it at my really sexy accent. If you want to follow my trolls on Twitter, that's my handle just over there. So, what is Keycloak? Keycloak is all about security. It's a server that you will deploy and it will take care of all the security aspects of your application. Be it a backend application, a mobile application, whatever application, it takes care for all the security stuff, and you don't have to worry about that. Because if you try to do it yourself, even using existing famous frameworks like Spring Security, Shiro, or stuff like that, there's a big chance that you will implement it wrong and that you won't follow the best patterns, the best practices, sorry. So I'm too lazy to implement security, like Bruno said, so Keycloak can do that for me. How do you start with Keycloak? Well, the only thing you really have to do is to download Keycloak. You just go here, you download Keycloak. There are several options that I will list in a few moments, but that's your start page. You download the package you want, you unzip it, you start it, and you have a Keycloak server running. So, a bit more into the details. You have basically 4 options to deploy Keycloak. So you have the standalone version. That is for people not really comfortable with Java. You don't have to configure anything. It's just unzip, run it, and you have a complete Keycloak server running. Could also be that you have an existing application server, Wildfly or EAP, and that you want to keep that server. Well, in this case, you can really easily integrate Keycloak as a subsystem to your existing application server. Third option is to use OpenShift, the cloud solution from Red Hat. They have the concept of cartridges there, so you just a matter of a few clicks and you can deploy a Keycloak server in the cloud. On OpenShift Online, you can create a free account, so in a matter of 5 minutes, you can have your Keycloak server running in the cloud. And because we are cool kids, we also have the Docker images, which are always up to date. You just pick the Docker image, and there you go. But as I said, that are the only slides I have. Let's go into the code. Let's go really practical. I have a very simple application. It's called the product app. And as you can see, it's a standard Java EE app, really old school with GSPs and stuff like that. And what is this application doing? Well, let's take a look at the view. I just call my product database client, which gives me a list of products, and it just prints out the list of products. So really, really simple. If we took a look at this class, as you can see here, we just return a hard-coded list of products. So not really exciting, but we're going to secure that app. Let me show you the Web Dot Xml. You see, it's really simple app. We just pass the module name. Okay, let's build this app and deploy it in application server to see how it looks like. So here I just do Maven Wildfly deploy. It will build a WAR file and deploy it in my application server. So let's take a look. It's building. Success. Let me check here. Okay, it has been deployed. Awesome. Let's go there. Localhost. oh, sorry, localhost, and it is my product portal. I just have one link. That is my landing page, really exciting page. And I click the product listing, and I get my list of products. Awesome, exciting product. Okay, so let's secure that now. You will see it's not that much that we have to do. There are only two things that we have to do. We have to modify the Web Dot Xml. We have to put there some security constraints. So let's do that. And since I'm lazy, let me just go to my first step. You see I can type fast. No, kidding. And here I say, okay, that is the URL pattern that I want to protect. Only users with the role user can access it. And the most important part is for the logging mechanism, I want to use Keycloak. That's all I have to do. I don't have to change anything in the code. Second thing I have to do is to provide a JSON file, the Keycloak JSON file, which is a descriptor file that tells me where my Keycloak server is running, what is my public key, and I can specify some stuff like is SSL required, the shared secret between the server and my application. That is all I'll have to do. Let's build it again. Now I deploy my app again. Okay, should be deployed. Awesome. Let's go back to my product application. I got my landing page, okay. Now let's go to the protected page, and I click here, and hey, Keycloak comes in place and brings the login page. So that is not the login page that is in my app. That is really a redirect to the Keycloak server. And from here, you can customize as you want the page. But just let me log in to show you it's working. So I got a user here, demo 15, demo. Okay, I'm logged in. Okay, awesome. I got some info about myself. But let's log out again. And let's go to the Keycloak console. Because I didn't show you yet the Keycloak console. So that is the Keycloak console. I probably need to log in again. Yes. Okay. Here is where all the magic happens. Here is where I manage all my realms. The realms are, like I said yesterday, it's really hard for me to say that word in English, realm. But let's consider that like a territory where your apps are and you can protect all this territory. And here's where all the magic happens. Here I can manage my users, create new roles. But let me show you something about the logging stream that we just saw here. Imagine that I want to get the feature that users can register, for instance. Okay, let me enable that. And you also want to remember me. Okay, so I just save that here. And if I go back to my page and that I try to log in, you will see that now, hey, I can register as a new user, and I got to remember me. So if I register a new user, and I get the Boost user, he's called Boost at boost.com, password Boost, of course, Boost. I register, and I'm registered as a new user, and I'm logged in. So it's really easy to modify, to fine-tune your login page. Other thing that might be really cool, you probably want your users to use their Twitter credential or GitHub credential to log in into your app. Let's see if that's possible. So let's go back to the console. And here I've got my identity providers. You can see I got a Twitter here, but let me just show you how easy it is. For instance, we are all geeks here, so you all have GitHub accounts. So let me add a GitHub provider. Let me add here some dummy stuff, and I just want to enable that. I save it. Okay, if I go again here to my product list, hey, you see here that I can just log in with my GitHub account. Just to show you it's really working, let me enable the Twitter provided, which is really configured with my account. So let me enable that. And if I go back here and I refresh, hey, I got my Twitter here and I click on Twitter. And here I have my redirect because I already granted, I forgot to revoke my application because this morning I tested. But basically that's retrieve my info, I can update my info, and I can log in using my Twitter account. So that's the quick intro of Keycloak. So now let's go a step further. Let's get back to code. We really need to change something about that because that's really horrible. And my boss, he likes so much the service, product service. Wow, he wants to extract that into a microservice so that mobile clients or whatever other clients can access it. So the idea is to extract that, and instead of returning a hard-coded list, we create a new microservice that will retrieve, that will give back this list. So here we got, and of course it has to be secured. So let's get a look at my microservice class, which is also really similar to this class. Here I'm using REST Easy. For people who don't know that, it's a nice library to enable REST into your Java backend application. So basically all you have to do is to pass a pass here and annotate your methods. So now I got products which is exposed as a web service. And well, here it do the same, it returns hard-coded list. In a real situation, of course, it will retrieve it from the database, wherever. So for now, really simple. And again, let me show you the Web Dot Xml. Really simple, product microservice. Okay, let's build it, let's deploy it. I deploy it. Oh. While deploy. Oh. Thank you. Okay, let's make sure it's deployed. Okay, my microservice is deployed. Let's test it. So what I can do is here I can use Postman. And let me go to my, let's do a get. So it's product microservice /REST/products. Okay, my microservices is working. So now I can change my first app, the product app, to call this application. So let me go back here. And let me, okay, let's take a look at the class, what I've changed from the product app here. So nothing really exciting here. I use an HTTP client. But interesting thing is here, if you see, I got my HTTP server request, and from there I can retrieve a Keycloak security context. And what contains this security context, something really important that I will need to authenticate myself against the microservice, is the token, the bearer token that Keycloak assigned to me. And here I just pass that as a header, authorization bearer, and I get my Keycloak security header, and that should be good. Before we go further, I have also to protect my microservices, because yeah, for now it's not protected at all, as you could see. So just like we did for the other product, let's add some security constraints. So let me step one, okay. Okay, it's refresh. Here, exactly the same as you saw before. I just append REST here because I exposed my REST services appended with REST. exactly the same, only users can access that, and Keycloak is used as a login mechanism. So now I missed one thing. So if you followed what is missing right now, I need another thing to get it protected. That one? Okay, I need my keycloak.json file to tell my microservice where to connect. So let's go back to the console, and this time let's create this new application, because if I go to my clients here, I don't see any product microservice. So let's create a new one. Let's call it product microservice. And here, important thing, I say bearer only. That means that no one will ever log in, no human will log in to my microservice. I just want to enable it, protect it by using the security token. So all I do here is say bearer only, I save it, awesome. I go to installation, I got my JSON. Oh, you can also select XML part. If you're using Wildfly, you can put that in your standalone configuration. But let's keep it simple here with the Keycloak stuff. I select that, and I just create a new file here. Let's call it keycloak.json, and I paste it here. Okay, let's just check it's working. Let's deploy my app again. Okay, it's deployed. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention, I'm using Wildfly here for the demo, so it's application server. I don't know if people know Wildfly, but it's like WebLogic, but it's faster, better, and free. So let me check. Postman, let's do exactly the same request. Hey, look, it's working. Unauthorized, I haven't passed the authorization barrier, so my microservice is protected. Okay, now let's deploy my first product, this one. Wildfly deploy. Okay, and if I go back to my product portal, I could log in with, well, let's try our Boost user. And it's just working. Nothing really exciting here on the view, but under the hood, it has retrieved the list of products from my microservice that was extracted. So what have we done until now? We have protected our simple web application. We have extracted a microservice from that. We have protected that microservices. Now that we have this microservice, there's another application that would like to log in against this microservice to retrieve my products. Let's say we want to have a really simple HTML, JavaScript only application. So let's see how you can interact with Keycloak in JavaScript. I got here a really simple app. So it's packaged into a Maven structure. It's just for convenience, so I can deploy it easily. But there's no Java code inside. It's just really a pure Java app. And what happens in this application, I got some bootstrap stuff, and all it does, it retrieves my products from the web service, and it iterates to show them. If we take a look at the JavaScript, what happened here is, all the magic happened here is, I got a Keycloak object, that is the Keycloak JavaScript library, that is provided with the bundle, with the distribution, and I just init my Keycloak client, and I say unload. When you load, login is required. If the login is successful, I do some Angular exciting stuff. I put my authorization object so I can access it later in my app. And most important part, I bootstrap my Angular up so it starts. And if it fails, well, I reload my window so it comes back to the logging screen. Here, same thing. I got my Keycloak.json file to explain where my product is, where my Keycloak is running. I specify the name. He has his own public key. I think we are all set to deploy that. Let me deploy that now. Angular product, here we go. So it's the same, Maven, Wildfly, deploy. Okay, so let's take a look. I got to my Angular product. I load my product. Hey, it works, but did you notice that I didn't have to log in? And did you know why? That's just because I was already logged in into my other application. That means that you have SSO for free also with Keycloak. So let's just log out here. And probably if I want to, you see, I have nothing to do. I come back to this login screen. So you see how easy it is to protect also a JavaScript HTML only version. And let's get a step further. My boss is so excited about this product. Now he wants to earn money with it, and he wants a native app of the product app, and he wants that on all the stores, the App Store, the Play Store, even the Windows Store. And he says, you have 5 minutes. I say, okay, works for me. So it's a bit out scope of the Keycloak, but does anyone know Cordova? Cordova basically, Cordova is a framework to create native mobile apps, and you write just your web app, so using only web technology, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Cordova can wrap that into a native app for Android, iOS. So what I have here is my model product app, and all I did is copy-paste from my Angular app. So what I did here is this folder, I copy the content into this folder here, so I got exactly the same app, except that now this is a native mobile app. So let's try if it works. Let me be sure I've done anything that is needed. Keycloak. Oh yeah, there's one thing I have to change is my IP address, because my device has to connect to the Keycloak server. Here we go, that's my current address. Here we go. And here I say run on my Android device. And okay. And here is some end script. Probably a long time you didn't see any end script. And basically what it's doing is making an APK, a binary, and it will deploy it on my emulator that is running here. Well, it's not really an emulator, it's Genymotion. It acts like a real virtual device. My computer thinks it's a real computer, real Android device. So it takes a bit of time because he has to construct the APK. We are almost there, build successful. Okay, now he deployed the app. And hey, look, here probably just can log in again with my Boost user. Let me log in. Oh, and I think I changed. Did I then save it? Should be good. Huh? Okay. I don't know what, well, should have worked, but you saw that my demo gods, I forgot to put my little pony which helped me against the demo gods. That's why it failed at the end. But it's just, It should work. I think I have another app here that is, oh no, but it's not the same IP address, so it won't work. But just to tell you how easy it is to protect also a mobile client. Here I show you with Cordova, which is hybrid, but maybe you want to also protect, you want to use Keycloak with your real native mobile apps with Android, iOS or Windows Phone. Well, the good news is that we also have libraries for Keycloak for all the native packages. And we get demos for that, and you can try it out really easily. Let me see, I got a few minutes left. I want to show you two things. Here, I show you when you start from scratch a new app and you use Keycloak. But in a lot of cases, you will have already an existing user management system, security system, and Keycloak can integrate with a lot of them. For instance, it can integrate with SAML, with Kerberos, with Ldap. Let me show you quickly how it can integrate with Ldap. So here, let me go to Ldap. Here I use an open source Ldap server. I will just run an Ldap server. And for people who, let me just show you. Ldap. So that is a classic Ldap definition where all my users are defined. We can see here that we have, for instance, Bay Wilson with the password. Okay, so I got my Wallfly server running, and what I did in my Keycloak console, here I got my Ldap demo realm, where I have defined an Ldap. I have an Ldap client working there, and it will make the bridge to my Ldap server, and I can use my Ldap users to log into my app. So if I go to my Ldap portal, you see, and here I just saw it was Bill Wilson, I think, Bill Wilson, and with password. So here it will be using the Ldap server bridge, and I should be able to just log in and can even retrieve all my Ldap info. And all you can see. Last thing before I finish is, well, you know that product app is so success that hackers try to hack the product app. And so what I've done is I've set up some security, extra security defenses. I've set up some brute force detection. Oh, sorry, let me go back to my demo realm. And so here I can configure how I want my brute force detection to work. So I put really low numbers here for the demo purposes. So let's see if that works. So if I go to my, back to my, I have too many apps now. Let's do the product app. And I just want to be able to see the console behind. Whoa. So let's try to log in with my Boost user, but with the wrong password. Okay, and here we can see that brute force detector is already in action. But let's try again. Let's try again. Hey, brute force has decided, hey, a hacker is trying to log in into your account. User has been disabled, so you are covered by this. So that was just a small last feature that I wanted to show you. Again, I didn't show you all the stuff around Keycloak. I really invite you to go to their website. You will get all the info there. There's amazing documentation. There's a blog as well. All the examples that I show you, the mines are a fork with little differences, but mainly all the product app, the Angular app, the Ldap example, they are part of the distribution, so you can play with it. And because, of course, it's open source, so tonight, if you get excited about it, give it a try, just download it, play with it, and since it's open source, if you want, contribute to it. Okay? Thank you, everyone.